Hey guys, Mark2nd here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, as you may have already seen in the news in the game, we do have the official announcement of the Dokkan Now Volume 8 that is here to give us, as it says, the latest info on the Saiyan Day campaign. So, the one thing I would say straight away is, obviously on the global version, they are very good about having the events and things like that in the news set to your localized time. But of course, on the graphic, it shows Dokkan Now Volume 8, scheduled to start on the March 14th, 2024 at 1700 PST. Now, I know if you're in the US, in the PST time zone, the clocks have just changed and gone forwards an hour, so they're not even actually using PST. But if you go into your own version of the game, we confirmed this on stream this morning by getting some of the other people in the chat that were in various different time zones to actually check it. But if you go into your news section and then under the campaign, you can see Dokkan Now Volume 8 to be aired on YouTube. If you click on that, it shows the graphic and it shows the info that we're going to read out here. And then it says release date. And obviously for me, it says what it shows here, available starting Friday the 15th at 1 o'clock in the morning, UK time, right? So if you check on your own version in-game, that will tell you the time that this video is going to be live on YouTube. And normally they schedule this thing a little bit earlier because it's normally a premiere. It's not a live stream. It's just a pre-recorded video that premieres at a certain time. As far as I'm aware, after looking just before recording this, they haven't posted the link, so it's not scheduled up yet. As soon as it is available, I will let you guys know the link. Maybe I could pin it in a comment on here. But of course, I will be live reacting to this when it comes out. It is 1 AM UK time, but I'll just stay up a bit later on Thursday, get this recorded, and then this is where we should see finally what the Saiyan Day campaign is going to be. So Dokkan Now Volume 8 aired on YouTube. Check out the info on Saiyan Day campaign and the latest update schedule, plus a special event that comes with rewards will also be available. Now, I've seen some people getting excited about this, but I'm a little bit skeptical in terms of just how they've worded this, right? So a special event that comes with rewards. I mean, this could literally, if we want to say like worst case scenario, this could literally just be one of those like the social media campaigns where everybody retweets the thing a certain number of times and we get some rewards. Now, that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I would say, is probably something like a global versus JP like they used to do for the worldwide. That would be kind of cool, like number of completions of an event and then we get like a free card. I think that would be interesting. Or one thing I did talk about on the stream this morning is, remember that this is being advertised on the global side. As far as I can see at the moment, there is no JP announcement, although maybe that will be later this afternoon when they get their daily update. But what could be very interesting is, imagine if, because, you know, we've seen big celebrations get new red zones brought out, right? So imagine if this celebration for Saiyan Day introduced a new Supreme Battle Spectacle, what everybody is calling the Blue Zone. Imagine if this introduced a new Blue Zone that had a couple of stages. Well, for Global, that would be the very first one, because we haven't had the ones from the anniversary yet. So that would be a special event that comes with rewards. Now, I don't necessarily think that that one is the particularly likely option, but you have to remember that that is definitely on the table, because it has been a very common like, what's the word I'm looking for, trend, that Global has gotten the anniversary stuff, whether it's the mechanic or some kind of event, before the anniversary quite a few times. Because one thing on that is one of the recent data downloads had the details and all the information for like the code and everything for target skills. Now, obviously, those will come into play primarily when the anniversary comes out, because Gogeta and Beast Gohan both have those target active skills. Beerus, the free-to-play LR for the celebration, has one. But there is the possibility, of course, that the Saiyan Day unit could actually have one as well. And then that would be the first time that mechanic has released on Global. So that would definitely be very, very interesting. Now, the one thing to note is that, going by UK time here, again, you can check in-game for your own personal timings, but this comes out at 1 o'clock in the morning on what is essentially technically Friday morning, right? I would still consider it Thursday night because I haven't been to bed yet, but technically early Friday morning. But we also have, and they updated it briefly today, the maintenance, which is going to start at midnight. So this is an hour before the Dokkan Now. So basically the game is going to go into maintenance at midnight, and then an hour later, that is when the Dokkan Now will be live on YouTube. And then this was updated today because they've actually extended the original maintenance notice, said that it was going to be midnight until 9 a.m, so 9-hour maintenance. It's been updated now to say midnight until 9:30. So they've added an extra 30 minutes on there for some reason. I guess to be fair, it's better for them to say it's going to be half an hour longer than it get to 9 o'clock and then not be up and then get pushed back by half an hour or an hour. So hopefully by adding that extra half an hour, the maintenance will be finished on time without any issues, and then we'll be able to get into the game. So this of course means that I will delay my early stream a little bit on Friday morning for two reasons really, because I'll have stayed up later on Thursday night to do the Dokkan Now stuff, and then of course on Friday morning the game is going to be in maintenance until 9:30. Those of you who regularly come out to the early streams know I usually start at about 7 a.m. UK time. So that means I can stay up a bit later Thursday night, do the Dokkan Now, wake up a little bit later on Friday morning, and then I'll go live probably just before, as long as the maintenance hasn't been extended. I'll go live just before, so that then when the maintenance ends, we can be live, see the new update in the game, see anything that's been added from the data download, thanks to people like Proton and my boy Dokkan Assets posting all the stuff from the data download on Twitter. So make sure you're there early Friday morning, and of course late Thursday, to watch along with us the Dokkan Now. Because remember, we are so close to Saiyan Day. Saiyan Day is Monday. So with the Dokkan Now essentially coming out on the early hours of Friday morning, this should be similarly to what they did with the producer letter for the physical rosé. They should literally show everything, right? They should show the art, they should show the kit, at least a certain extent, right? Like with the rosé, they kind of rapid fire went through his leader skill and his passive and everything. They didn't show all of his animations, they just showed like a little teaser, kind of like the intros we get with the celebrations, where they just had parts of the animations. So we should get at least most of that info. Then I would imagine later on the same day, or at the latest Saturday, we'll get all the info up on Twitter with the full animations, including the banner unit, as well as the card details for the main unit and the banner unit. But this Dokkan Now should contain the information about the card, should show the card art, should show the basic, or at least most of the details of the kit. They might not show like all the links and all the categories or something potentially, but they should at least show the card art, a bit of the animations, the leader skill, and sort of the main part of the passive. Or at least, even if they don't show a lot of the card details, they will of course mention if the unit is going to have a target ability, or if they're going to have some other special like a standby or something like that. I expect that to be mentioned as well. Hopefully they do show the banner unit, and then of course they could tease even potentially one of the big major EZAs, because remember last year with the Battle of Gods Saiyan Day, we did get the LR Beerus and Whis EZA, so maybe they could tease like the big EZA, especially because a lot of people really want Broly and Trunks, the free-to-play LR that we've all just gotten now on Global, to get an EZA. They sped up the release of that LR, right? Each of the stages, the base drop, Awakening to TUR, and then Awakening to LR. The gap between all of those stages was significantly shorter than JP, and the timeline lines up perfectly for that unit to be EZA'd for both versions, just in time for Saiyan Day, right? So that would be very, very interesting. So if we jump over to the actual wiki page here for Pure Saiyans, I wanted to have a very quick look at this, because of course we still at this point in time have absolutely zero knowledge on who the unit would be. The only thing I would say, going down the line of like previous units, we got a UI Goku Awakening, the Int one. The card came out earlier, but the UI Goku Awakening came out in 2018. Then we've had like Transforming Vegeta, Bardock, Broly, Majin Vegeta, God Goku. So you can see like Vegeta's in there twice, Goku's in there twice. So I'm kind of expecting to see a different Saiyan, right? Either a new Broly, a new Bardock. I know a big popular choice is Bardock and Goku, because Legends and Dokkan often release similar things within a certain amount of time, and Legends got a Bardock and Goku card. I think that would be super fun. You guys know I'm a big Bardock fan. I wouldn't expect a Goku just because he was the Saiyan Day unit from last year, but in terms of some other options, like a new Broly would be really good. I think a Wrathful Broly would be very cool, because, you know, the anniversary is the big Super Saiyan Broly. He's a super boss's lead. He doesn't have big bad bosses. So getting another form of Broly that could link really well with him and be a good unit on that team, I think would be a massive benefit. Wrathful Broly definitely needs some more representation, right? Just having this one unit that got an instant EZA. It's always been a little bit disappointing for him. And of course, we have talked in great length about a solid standalone Vegeta, whether it's Super Saiyan 4, whether it's God. Something that could be interesting is, I know this physical Raditz isn't that old, but imagine if they tried to redeem themselves a little bit and we got a Dokkan Fest Raditz that was actually really, really good. I do wish they would use some of these celebrations as well as a chance to push some of the more obscure, because they pretty much, as far as we can tell from the last few years, kind of sticking with the main banner unit being a pure Saiyan. So I do wish they could use this opportunity to push some more of that crazy what if stuff, like Bardock and Goku, like old Dokkan Fest we've got on like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Like those were Dokkan Fest exclusives, they weren't Heroes cards or anything like that. So imagine even something like a Raditz and a Goku. I know it's a what if from a bunch of different fan like mangas and stuff like that, but imagine if we had like Goku if he hadn't hit his head and actually stayed like evil in the Saiyan armor. So he's actually, you know, he's just full on Kakarot, not Goku. A Kakarot and Raditz card, like both in their Saiyan armor as a duo card, something like that. Like that could be really cool, because if he'd stayed like the evil Kakarot, they could be on Siblings Bond, because they'd be going around together being terrifying conquerors. Something like that would be very interesting. It'd be really cool for them to use smaller celebrations like this, because I say small, but Saiyan Day usually is quite hype, but it's a short celebration. We get a new unit and a banner unit. There's no Part 2 LR or anything like that. I think it'd be a cool opportunity to explore like some of these funny what if or like cool little things that we're never going to see as normal Dokkan Fest. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think the new unit will have the target mechanic? Who would you like to see? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.